Hey, what's up you guys? My name is DemonFlip84. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys my best settings to run Call of Duty Black Ops 4 running on your ASUS ROG STRIX GL503. And here I have a DirectX diagnostics tool opened up, so I'm not lying to you guys about what I'm using. And I'll tell you this right now, in the games in 2018 with these specs are already outdated. You can't run it at an optimal setting, but you can run it at a medium setting at best with these specs at a constant 60 frames per second. That is the goal for this video, and I'm going to kind of guide you guys through so you guys can get the best experience running Black Ops 4 on your PC. So a little brief breakdown of what I have in the system. I have a i7 processor, 2.8 gigahertz speed, and recommended speed to run Black Ops 4. You need to have like 3.5 gigahertz, which obviously is not powerful enough, so to speak, to kind of running at an optimized setting for Black Ops 4. Memory is 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is fine. Anything higher than that is great. And video graphics card I have in this laptop is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060, integrated, by the way, so you cannot upgrade it. That's you can only upgrade it on desktops currently. This video memory is only 3 gigabytes of memory. Recommended is 6 gigabytes. Obviously, it's not powerful enough. But don't fret, we can still use this and run the medium setting at best. And to do that, we're going to, before we start the game, you need to go change your battery options to high performance. And to do that, you need to go to Control Panel, Hardware and Sound, Power Options. And once you're in this window, you need to go to the left side and click on Create a Power Plan. And once you're in here, you need to select High Performance, and this is recommended for gaming. And when you hit Next, it will bring up a couple of other options what you want to do with your battery. This is my preference right now. It's never, because since this laptop stays at home, and if you do take it with you, then I highly recommend you do something like 30 minutes on battery, and then if you have it plugged in, then set it to never if you like. Once you're done with that, then you can we can move on to the next part. And anywhere on your desktop with your cursor, right click and click on graphics control panel. In my case, it'll be NVIDIA control panel. And I don't know what it looks like for ATI Radeon, but if it's something like this, kind of following along, hopefully it's the same basics. On the left task panel, you need to click on Manage 3D Settings. And once you're in here, you need to select Program Settings tab. And if it's the first time going into this control panel, it will take some time to kind of like gather in the information and all that. And once it's loaded up, you need to select the program, in our case, Black Ops 4. The system does not detect those games, even though you already installed it, so we have to add it ourselves. And you click on Add, and you need to browse for that game, and you need to go find the exe file, which is Black Ops 4, and you click on that, and you need to find that in somewhere in your storage. I installed it in my storage device, the one that has the largest memory, and I installed it from there. So if you install in the internal one, it's gonna slow down your system, because it only takes like 1 GB or something like that. I'm not really sure, but I installed most of my games in the largest storage available. So once you're in here, it will bring up some couple of settings. The ones that are like in bold, those are the settings that I changed. You can kind of follow, like kind of copy if you like. I'm just gonna leave it right here for you guys to kind of copy down. The ones I changed is maximum pre-rendering frames, set it to 1. Monitor technology, set to G-Sync. Power management mode, I set to prefer maximum performance. Preferred refresh rate, that's the frames per second. Highest available, and on this laptop, the highest can go is 120 frames per second. But with these settings, I can only push it up to 60 frames per second at best. Sometimes it fluctuates higher and lower depending on the map that you're in the game. Texture filtering, you set that to on. I left the negative LOD to like global. Texture filtering quality, I set to performance. I do have a higher option, but I set to performance for now. But you can kind of play around with it to see what stays consistent. You don't want to push it to a point where it's going to break somewhere in the gameplay and it's going to spike where it's gonna drop some frames and stuff like that. The main goal is consistency, so that's what we're trying to go for. Try linear optimization on, threaded optimization on. One important thing is turn off vertical sync. This is like, if you have this on, it's going to take up more CPU usage, and it's going to kind of bring down the system. It's going to slow it down pretty much. So you want to set that off. And once you have that set up, then you're pretty much ready to run the game. And I am running on dual monitors, so the game I'm running is on full screen. And once we get into the game, I'm going to show you guys the graphics setting that I have in that game. The game might be too loud right now, so I'm going to have to like adjust it. So alright, so looking pretty good right now. Disclaimer, I am not good at playing this game, at least not yet, but I'll try to get better. I played a lot of PUBG on mobile, but first time playing on PC, I'm not used to keyboard and mouse, but I might play on controller, but I'm gonna try to stay traditional and use keyboard and mouse. The game mode that you guys are looking forward to is Blackout. This is the newest battle royale game for Call of Duty, and I only played it a few times, and honestly, it's a very fast-paced gameplay battle royale, traditional Call of Duty gameplay, so to speak. And this is medium setting you're seeing right now. This is medium settings. So going to my settings and graphics, you could kind of copy what I have. I have 2 monitors. I have it set for my the gaming laptop, and this is my TV monitor right here. It might work on both, depending depends on your TV, I guess, or your secondary monitor. Refresh rate 60. So this is what gives you the frames per second. If it goes lower, obviously you're kind of you're over pushing the system. And currently, I don't know if the microphone picks it up, but it's already like you can hear the fan of my laptop churning already. It might explode at any moment. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad, but you can set it to 120, but it can only push so far. I think it will probably go to like 80, fluctuating. But 60 is where we want to be at constantly. Resolution I set to 1280 by 720. If you push any higher, obviously it will take up more CPU usage. Everything else is pretty much at like default, but you can kind of copy what I have. Uh, since this is a beta release or beta phase right now, suppose you can set the frame rate limit to like get customized to where you want it to be, but it's gonna stay at a betting like right here. It's a beta period, and it's going to just it stays at that setting. So regardless of you changing that, it will stay at that recommended setting. Everything else I set to medium. Like you might have something like high, but um, I changed it to where I wanted to have just strictly medium. Here you can kind of have it uh, up more. We'll probably set this to medium to see how that goes. Again, you can play around to the settings to where to the point where it doesn't break the game, so to speak. So, like I said, everything I have is set to medium, and at this point, we're ready to play the game. This is what you all been waiting for, is to see how the game runs on this laptop. Again, I am running an ASUS ROG STRIX GL503. It's a 2017 model, and I am running Black Ops 4 on it. And yeah, this is what you're seeing right now. So on the top left corner, you can barely see it. Like I said, it depends on the kind of map you're in. It will fluctuate between 60 or like between 60, 80 frames, but it'll go down to 60. And the main goal, like I said, is consistency. And as long as we're staying kind of above or kind of at 60 frames per second, and you'll have like smooth gameplay. Everything looks nice for a medium setting. Unfortunately, I cannot push this to an optimized setting, the recommended setting. But as long as you get to play the game, then that's that's all that matters, right? It's just like as long as you get to play it, because if you're like me, like we cannot update our PCs like every year. That's the one bad thing about PCs compared to consoles, that on PCs you need to, if you want to play the newest games, you might have to upgrade your computer yearly. And I don't have that kind of money. I mean, no one does, unless you're a guy that streams every day and makes a lot of money out from donations, and probably. But I do have a 9-to-5 job. Again, I don't know if I mentioned this already. Disclaimer: I am not good at this game. I suck at it. All right, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I did play a lot of Call of Duty, and I did play a lot of PUBG. Hopefully the two goes well together. Oh, where am I? Alright, I like how they implement some of the maps in previous Call of Duty games, like Fire Range, Nuke Towns over here, Asylum. Oh, Asylum. We're gonna fly that way. Hopefully I'm flying that way. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Okay, I might have to detour over here into Fire Range, maybe. Alright, so I don't expect to survive longer as soon as I land here, because this is the engagement. Oh shit, there's one. C1 supplying over there. Hopefully I don't get shot. Oh fuck! I hear him. Fuck! Yeah, like I said, it's fast paced, and yeah, I am not good at this game, but hopefully this kind of gives you guys the idea of like you can actually run Black Ops 4 on your ASUS ROG Strix GL503 on a medium setting, and yeah, that's what it that's the best settings I can do with this laptop. If you guys, if this kind of works for you guys, then please give this video a like or rating. Comment on my video. Yeah, if you have any questions or anything, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I don't do a lot of tutorial videos like this often on this channel. I do a lot of gameplays and I do a lot of live streams. So give me a follow over at twitch.tv/demonflip84 because I do some live streams occasionally, and follow me on my Twitter at demonflip84 for any news and updates regarding to everything that I do. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video kind of helps you out, so to speak. And see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.